play and call it work.
Hey everybody, Matthew and Josh here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to another episode of Augustine's Wreckage, our Armageddon / Necromunda narrative campaign. Right now, Josh and I get to face off. We have the Grot Revolution, the Gretchen who think that there's something, and the Genestealer Cult who don't care, just really don't care. They're just looking for new territories to expand to and new things to infect. Not really going after your grots. I don't think we would bother trying to infect grots, but the Ogrins would make wonderful additions. Yeah. So hopefully we'll capture an Ogrin. I wish there was a special rule that says when I capture guys, I can infest them and add them to my team. But considering that I'm the Genestealer Cult and I'm the one that made the factions, that might seem a little too overpowered.
A bit much.
It's like every time I capture somebody, they get added to my team. But that would be kind of cool. It would be a cool mechanic. But I guess a lot of things could do that then.
Yeah.
They capture them and just indoctrinate them to their side or offer them money and get them on their side. So it'd be a cool mechanic overall. But we're not doing that. So I'll just settle for capturing Ogrin and stick him in the mines. That would be okay with me too. We're actually be fighting, as you're going to see on the table in a second, there's an area that was a part of the station that crashed up in the upper mountains that was so high up that there's actually snow there. And so we're playing on an outpost-ish kind of thing of some of the scraps of what's left over there. And we've both come there to salvage materials. We're actually playing the scavenger mission. So it works really well for narrative, why we both would trek all the way out there. We've heard that there's some valuable loot, and we're both working there. But unfortunately, there's also a creature lurking in the darkness up in the outpost that even the mighty Ogrin is afraid of. And so we're going to be rolling to see if that creature takes any of our guys away or takes any of them out. So really cool thematic that it actually works out the table we're playing on and the mission we're doing. So let's take a look at where our warbands are at and the table that we'll be playing on. Start by taking a look at the Hydra Brood, my Genestealer Cult, being led of course by the Oracle, who has proven him or herself, it's kind of hard to tell now, to be quite awesome. Not particularly strong or anything, but had survived a mission after being taken out of action. And then rolling the double sixes, which gives him extra experience because everybody thinks he's dead, but then he shows up a couple days later and he's trailing corpses behind him of whatever it is that he took out. So he actually has the infiltration skill, which will be very useful. Lets him deploy at the end of my first turn and at least 8 inches away from an enemy. Because I don't have any vents or tunnels, then I just don't have that advantage except for that one guy. Well, I think that the Grots do have some vents. So they've managed to crawl through the vents to this area here. And then we have the Beast, of course, my Acolyte, who is quite a beast. He's been upgraded to have Body Slam. And he's also got an old battle wound, so I'm going to have to roll to see if he's actually playing in this scenario. We'll do that in a second. But Body Slam is when he charges. If he passes a strength test, the opponent actually drops their weapon skill to 1, as they're kind of staggered. So that'll be kind of funny when I do that to an Ogrin. And then we have Rockhound, who was rescued and grew because of it. He's up to strength 4 now with his heavy stubber and a clip harness. We've got Gabriel with the Flamer, and he's got fear because he got horribly burned as he was taken out, and all the Promethium in his Flamer kind of spilled all over him, so when people look at him, it's kind of disgusting, so he causes fear. And then we have all our other Acolytes. We've got one that's a Malachi is a medic. We've got 2 of the guys armed with frag grenades, and one of them is Macbeth is up to Ballistic Skill 4. And then we have our 3 Initiates. Of course, the one in the back, that is Victor. He has Strength and Toughness 4 now. Still an initiate though. He's close to upgrading and almost becoming a full-fledged warrior. And we have 2 new guys. We've got Jared and we got Malcolm. Just 2 regular initiates with their knives and auto pistols ready to prove themselves in the battle. So that should be interesting to see what happens with all of them. Total gang rating here is up to 1684. So I'm doing pretty well. Haven't lost anybody yet and have been doing half decent with my income. And is the Beast able to make the trek? His old battle wound is not acting up. If I rolled a 1, he would not be able to play this scenario.
Looking at the Grot Revolutionary Committee, doing pretty well. Starting off up front, we've got the Red Gobbo, upgraded to have the dive ability. He's up to leadership 8 now. It's as high as he can get, but less chance of him running away. Next in line, we're going to go all the way down here. We have Lendon, who's got his Ballistic Skill 4. Next to him, his brother, Stolen, doing pretty well. He's upgraded to be capable of taking special weapons. So he's got himself a Flamer and Escape Artist. So he'll shoot fire at you, then run away. Down the line, we've got Trixie, upgraded to weapon
So that's
skill.
a flamer then.
That is a Flamer.
Oh, that's scary. Getting a specialist weapon on a non-specialist.
Trixie, weapon skill 3. It's kind of good, I guess. Scrap Skid's next. +1 leadership, so he's up to leadership 6, but he does have an old battle wound. Next to him, Zoomkoff. Ballistic skill 4, leadership 7 with the impressive scars. He hates one of Quirk's, actually hates Quirk's doctor. He too has the old battle wounds. Down the line, next we got Scrapso, bonus initiative. Next to him is Molten Toth, bonus ballistic skill. At the end there we got Crankshiv, who upgraded to be a gunfighter and has 2 auto pistols.
Oh, sweet. So those two, it actually is WYSIWYG, and he gets to use both of them and fire both of them.
Correct. And in the back there, the Ogrins, we got Can't Catch You. No upgrades yet, but he's getting close. Rasp shooting in the middle there. Same thing, no upgrades yet, but he's getting closer. And in the end is Greg Ogre, upgrade to have a 3rd wound, so he's pretty scary.
Oh, 3 wound Ogrin. Nice. Yeah, your Ogrins are specialists, so they start with a lot more. And their ballistic skills suck, so when you shoot those grenades, they will often hit stuff, but since you didn't actually score a hit, you don't
I'm not getting the XP out of
you
that.
don't get the experience for that.
I am up to gang rating 1701, though.
So you're above me. I was able to choose this scenario, and that's why I chose Scavengers. Both of these have old battle wounds. Let's roll for the first one. If you roll a 1, you can't play.
Scrap Skid.
Oh, no. So he's not showing up.
Zoomkoff.
Okay, he's good. So one guy does not show up. And we are going to be playing on this outpost where there's a scary Yeti somewhere. The scavenger rules are basically that we have D6 loot objectives that we're going to place on the table. And you just pick it up by moving over it. There's no disadvantages to having loot. And you win the game by getting all the loot tokens onto within 8 inches of your side at the beginning of one of your turns. So you have to survive a turn of that. Every player turn, your opponent, if they remember, rolls a die. If they roll a 6, a monster shows up and attacks one of your guys, the most secluded one. And other than that, there's really no other effects. We're going to count these as having roofs on them, obviously, except that you're not allowed to walk on the roof. And doors, you just open and close by walking through them, just like the Zone Mortalis table. We won't have anything locked or that. And there'll be toughness 7, 1 wound, 3 up save, and they count as a large target. So if you really want to shoot one down, then you can do that as well. And the game mat is from gamemat.eu. And this stuff is Warsenal terrain. It's all magnetized. It actually is awesome. It comes pre-drilled for magnets, so it's really easy to put together, and we really love that terrain. And then we got bits and pieces from Bandua, we've got Micro Art Studios, we got stuff from Greenleaf Terrain, and probably other things that I'm missing as well. Rolling off, we got 6 loot objectives. So placing them back and forth, we got one here, 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 and up there. Then I won the roll-off for choosing side, or lost the roll-off for choosing side and deploying first, which means I had to choose a side and deploy first. So I chose this side and deployed all my guys. Got one up there ready to grab that 1 loot token. Got a group of them here, and a couple of them right here. And then Josh placed his guys. Got one of his Ogrins with some Grots. Got the boss right here with a couple Ogrins. And then just more Grots there ready to run forward and grab objectives. And after that, then Josh won the roll-off for going first. So he will be going first. On a 6, though, a monster shows up. Oh, good first turn. Let's just roll again to see what the effect is. Basically, a 6 will just remove a guy from play. He'll go out of action. Anything else other than that takes that same guy, and he just can't do anything this turn. But if I roll a 1, he has to do an ammo check. 2. So one guy, the guy that's most isolated, will be not able to act this turn. Technically, this one is the furthest. It's like not by much when you look at how close everybody is. You basically look to see who's the furthest from another model, so whoever's most isolated. But these guys are all like pretty much base to base, and this one's like a centimeter away.
Yeah.
So he can't act this turn, essentially. So I'll just turn around and show that. No ammo check or anything, and he doesn't die.
I'm going to start here, and I will be running out to grab that objective. Over there. And then another 6 inches.
Yeah, you go right over top of it. So you'll end over top of it.
Yep.
Yeah. Picks it up. What's his buddy going to do?
His comrade in arms does not like the look of what's happening. He's just going to go there.
He's going to hide.
He's going to go there and hide. Next, Greg O'Gray is going to be running. He's going to run, I'm just going to run him 8 inches so he keeps up with the Grot. Or the Grot keeps up with him, rather.
So I'm going to open these doors.
Yep, and end him up right there. The Zoomkoff will then run to keep up and end up right behind him.
This other one is too busy fighting off the monster.
Can't Catch You will be next. He is going to run, again, 8 inches, and just open that door. He's not going to be grabbing the loot, though. Rasp Shootin' will be next. He will run as well, and he will be the one grabbing the loot. All the Grots behind, they're just going to follow up directly behind them. Like so.
On to my turn. Monster roll! No, thank goodness. It's Victor, who was going to grab a objective, would have been the one to eat the dust. So he's just going to hide, move up, grab the objective, and move back 1.5 inches. That's his 4-inch movement. Stay hidden. The beast is going to open the door with his claws, and he's going to run through 10 inches. Rockhound is going to run through as well, get some cover, and get hopefully some good line of sight for next turn. You know, I just kind of realized that when he comes here, he can have the Grenadier Gauntlet guy walk up and somebody else run through this door, and he can fire the grenade at the door, hitting the guy behind it. So I'm actually going to have him run more than 2.5 inches away from it. The Flamer will run up to here. Victor is going to run over to here, while Lucius just walks up to here, which will get him into line of sight and range of this Grot with the loot. And Jared will run up, as will Malachi, right to there. Macbeth will run this way as well. Evangelist is going to run up and grab this loot right there. And then the Oracle with his infiltrate ability is going to be placed at the end of my turn. Yeah, because I don't have any... No, I have shooting to do. Okay, well that's where he's going to be placed at the end of my turn. So, unless something really different happens. But I do have 1 shot to do. So we're going to take a shot across here. He got full cover from this. We already checked it. And he ran. So I have to roll 7+ to hit. I need to roll 6. Oh, stray shot. Roll 1 again. No, okay. That would have hit this guy probably. I didn't check, but I'm pretty sure that line pretty much crosses through him, let alone within 1/2 inch. On to the Grot's turn. Let's see if another monster shows up. No.
First things first, my little Grot there with the loot is going to be just running away with said loot. Back through the door, close the door. Next up, Greg O'Gray is going to go ahead and do a run and just end up right there at the doorway. Zoomkoff behind him will do the same thing, run up right behind. Scrapso, after valiantly fighting off the monster, will be running as well. So he is just going to go, yeah, he'll end up at this doorway. Start off, the Ogrins are just going to advance up to the door. Or sorry, closer to the door.
And he's carrying the loot, right?
Yeah. Put that next. The rest of the Grots will just follow up behind. Staying close, but...
Not getting ahead of themselves. Nobody wants to run up and open the door, eh?
He'll run up to there. Well, the Grots wouldn't be able to make it.
So you'd have to send an Ogren forward?
And I don't want to have an Ogren opening the door. Back here, we'll just move over. Continue the buddy comedy here of not getting attacked by a monster.
On to my turn. We got the monster roll. Don't roll a 6. Thank you. Guys on the side over here are going to run. Making their way over. Heavy Stubber is going to go on Overwatch. Looking down this hallway. My loot holder is going to go on Overwatch. His gun is the one that's forward, so basically, he just stays straight down the hallway. Flamer Dude's going to run up to here and open the door. So we can see down there. Then the Magus, the Oracle, can't see anybody. He's going to run this way, through this door. This guy's going to run by this door and open it. So you can't shoot it if it's open. Victor, who is hidden, is just going to go back to my... You know what? Yeah, let's go back to my deployment zone. He'll stay hidden. He's also going to be targeted by the monster the moment it comes out, but as long as he doesn't roll a 6, then I don't really care what happens to him. And my Initiate will run up. Oh, sorry, this is Victor. The other guy's not Victor. He's a Victor imposter. And Lucius will run up. This is Lucius, right? It is. Look at that. I got it right. The Beast is just going to walk up to here and hide. And that's my turn. We're both waiting to come through this door. I've opened it for you, so now you can come through and start shooting me. But I have 2 guys on Overwatch. Hopefully that'll save me. But does the monster show up to take out your one grot? No.
Start my turn off. Scrapso will walk up to this door and open it up.
Uh-oh. I knew there was a place that you'd be able to see me. Oh, well.
Over here, Dynamic Duo, they're going to both run through this door.
Run away, are ya?
Oh, yeah. I think I might have a plan. This might go terribly, though. First one's going to move up to the door.
And open it?
No.
Oh.
Next guy's going to be moving up to pretty close to the door.
But not going to open it? I guess you couldn't if you don't go up to it.
Actually, here, I'm going to fix him a little bit. I'm actually going to fix what I did there. Rasp shooting's not going to do anything. He's going to go on Overwatch, actually. These three are all going to be on Overwatch as well.
Oh, jeez. And what about the red gobbo?
We're going to come to him in a minute.
Oh, well, he's all that's left. Oh, I know, that's nice.
We'll go Overwatch here. And he's actually... Zoomkoff is going to pivot and Overwatch at that doorway.
So before we go any further,
Yep.
we came to a little conundrum here, which we've solved. Even if you might not agree with the answer to the solution, but we're both bound to abide by it because we brought in 2 other people to make the decision for us. See, the interesting thing here is what he wants to do. His leader has the ability dive, which allows him to run and hide. So he can declare a hide, run up here, and open the door, and I can't Overwatch that guy. But it'll open up, and all of a sudden my guys on Overwatch will be able to see everybody who have already gone this turn. And the way the Overwatch wording is written, it says, when a target presents itself in the enemy movement phase, you can shoot at it. And typically we do that while it's moving. But these guys have all been presented because you open the door. The rules really probably didn't think about when pieces of terrain move to reveal guys. And so, of course, I want to be able to shoot at him when he opens the door, and obviously not the guy who's hidden. And of course, Josh doesn't want me to be able to do that because that's a big difference. Because he's got this guy ready to fire. If everybody was on Overwatch, it wouldn't be as big deal because he opens the door, then I just start shooting at his guys. Whereas this guy right now could still huck his grenade gauntlet through here and do some nasty damage. So we brought in Colin and Clarence. We went over the rules with them, and they both agree that it's a weird rule situation, that the rules are not written for, and so they both made their judgment call that if you open that door, then all those guys have presented themselves, and I could choose one and Overwatch them. So that's what we've decided. So that wasn't me that decided that. I just want to make that very clear.
I mean, like when we talked about it, because Matthew and I both kind of said our points of how we thought it should work. We both agreed with each other, so there wasn't.
Well, we didn't want to be the jerk. I'm like, but if I'm not allowed to Overwatch you, then you're just going to open the door and shoot the grenade at me.
Yep.
But I don't want to say that and be like, yeah, I want to make the rules this way because it'll help me win.
Makes sense, yeah. So
and then you were the same way.
It made sense both ways, so we just asked for some neutral people to come in and.
Yeah, the other option, of course, would be to roll a die and do that. But we actually had third parties come in and reasonably give an answer of their interpretations.
Being cinematic and fun and having a fun game.
Exactly. So I just want everybody to understand that. You may agree, you may disagree with that rules. It doesn't matter. We got third parties in, so we are both bound by it. So now that you know that, do you want to change anything?
Change his movement. I'm just going to have him...
Totally hide? Well, not hide, but like get out of line of sight.
The red gobbo is going to go to there and... Actually, you know what? He'll stay up here and he'll go on Overwatch as well.
Fine!
Come at me, bro.
In the shooting phase, you got 1 shot across, partial cover with chameleonic skin, and I ran, so that's -3. And you're at the long range of the Grot Blasta. It's a Grot Blaster, right?
It's a Grot Blaster.
So it's another -1, so -4, so you need 8+. So 6, and then a 5+. No. Now it's on to my turn after all that.
Time for the monster. It's a 4.
No monster. At the beginning of my turn, the Oracle is going to attempt to manifest a psychic power called Molten Form. It gives me a 4-up armor save, and he's immune to flamers and meltas. And at the start of any hand-to-hand combat, the enemy takes a strength 6 hit who's in base contact with him before we even do any combat. Leadership 9, pass it. And then he is going to run up to here. And grab that cover. And then Macbeth is going to walk back to here and hide. So you'll be able to draw a line of sight to him, but you won't be able to shoot him. And then these two will run up over here, I think. I'm just going to double check some measurements. Yeah, I'm actually going to have him run to here instead, just so he can't see me if he gets that door open. Gabriel with the flamer is going to walk right up to the middle with his flamer. The beast is going to hide. Oh, yeah, that's hide. And we're going to continue running up this way and running this way. Then the guy with the scrap counter is going to move up to here. And here's my bold move. The heavy stubber is going to fire first, targeting the door. If I could take down the door and still have shots left over, he can target other things within 4 inches. But the door is tough. Heavy stubber is only strength 4, and it's toughness 7, so it'll be 6s to wound with a 3-up save. It'll be a 4-up save with my -1 save modifier. But it's not going to be likely I just take it out in one shot. Yeah, and I'm shooting through my own guys too, so we got all sorts of stray shots that can happen. So I get 2d3 shots. Okay, 3 shots, all right. 3+ to hit it, because it is a large target. Here we go. Oh, well, with an ammo check, 5+. Okay, our first one is a hit. Wounds it on a 6. Oh, okay. Second one. Hit. No wound. Third one. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, there's another ammo check. Yeah, made it, just barely. 5+. Oh, I'm so dead. And that's it, because everybody else can't do anything, because they can't run in the shooting phase. My flamer could take the door down, but would I want it to? No. No, I would not. The flamer was there to shoot the guys next to it, but... Okay, so here we go. Monster, on your turn. No. So nobody's charging.
Start here with Brave Scrapso. He definitely heard a noise over here, so he's gonna run.
Brave Scrapso ran away.
Ah! Greg O'Gray is going to be just walking over to... I don't think he can get to... Well, actually, if he goes back this way, he could probably shoot you.
Shoot the Magus?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, I just don't think you'll be able to see him. Move your 5 inches and we'll see.
So, if he goes to right there... No, I won't be able to see.
No.
But that's fine.
Yeah, so...
Change my mind. He'll run up and plug the door then. Zoomkoff will be running over this way.
Right behind him.
Indeed. He's his little buddy. Start off now. Door's gonna... Because nobody's on Overwatch, right?
Nobody's on
Miss
Overwatch.
anything?
You little sissy.
The door's stuck.
Pull. Pull.
There it is.
You got it.
So he'll walk out to right. Actually, he'll walk over to this side.
Sorry, Gabriel. It was a good plan. I just couldn't roll any 6s to wound.
Rasp shooting will just move up to the other side of the door there. Crank Shiv will move up there. I think everybody else is going to actually just run. So.
Also, the loot is with
Yeah, Rasp shooting. Right now. Flamer. We'll go to there. My last little fella. Actually, you know what? He'll go in Overwatch just for fun. Over to your 2 little Grot friends. We'll go run. And he'll run to here.
So who's the first to shoot?
Shooting will start off with the can't catch you. Trying to put a shot.
You gotta shoot the nearest target.
Oh yeah, I gotta pin him.
And
first,
there's definitely no. You have to not. You gotta down him.
Yeah.
Pinning's not enough.
So I guess
there's definitely no easier targets than the guy right in front of you out in the open.
Rasp shooting then. We'll get it done.
This one?
Yep.
All right. So sustained fire.
Yeah, we're gonna go start with Rasp shooting, putting shots into your flamer guy because I need to.
2d3 sustained fire shots at short range. So 4 shots. And there's a red dot laser sight on that thing?
There's a red dot laser sight. Normally he's 5, so he's going to 4s, I believe.
Oh, he's only supposed to skill 2.
Yep.
So 4 is to hit. 4 times. Miss. Miss. Oh my goodness.
Come on.
Miss. Straight shot. Oh yeah, that ogre right in front of you.
On a 1?
Yeah, on a 1, you'll hit the other guy. Oh. And one more shot. Come on, miss. Oh! Gabriel has angels watching over him. 4 armored angels with really ugly faces.
Gonna have to drop the grenade on him?
It's a grenadier gauntlet.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit myself, aren't I?
Well, it can only scatter half the distance between.
Large blast.
I know it can. I'm just saying it's less likely to. So you got a 5 to hit, no modifiers. 4, so he misses, so we scatter. Let's roll a scatter. We're using a d6. It's supposed to be an artillery die, so that'll actually be a 2. That goes that way. Yeah, so it still hits Gabe. Oh, actually, no, it only partially hits him, so it's a 4+, it'll hit him. Which means he's only hit by the blast on a 4+. I can't believe my luck.
So here's the mistake that I made. I forgot that I blocked my own line of sight, so I'm not getting a whole lot of shooting happening right now.
Yeah, that's it, right?
I do think that's it, yeah.
Because these guys ran.
Yep.
My goodness, it's my turn. I'm alive! I'm alive! Monster roll. Oh, nothing. First things first, the Magus is going to use his Molten Form again. Leadership 9 check. We made it. We do our charges first, so the Magus is going to declare a charge against the Ogren. I know I'll get -1 for charging into that terrain because he's got the big shield, but the automatics, no, he's got 3. Oh, whatever. I'm committed. Going to run Malachi up to here, keeping him out of line of sight. And then Jared right kind of behind him. Just trying to keep out of line of sight as much as I can. He might get some shots on me, but I ran, so. And Macbeth will run up, grab the loot, and run up to here. I forgot to do my other charge, but Josh has let me go back and do it. You're supposed to do your charges first, but this won't have affected. Oh, wait, do I want to charge? Because I want to put that flamer through a bunch of guys. You know what? I'm going to live with my mistake. I won't charge. Instead, he's just going to move over, get into cover, get ready to fire his auto pistol. And Gabriel is going to line up a shot right here. You know what? Let's grab that loot on our way over. I'm not going to fully cover anybody, but we'll see. Evangelos is going to carry the loot up to here. And these two are just going to run up to as far as they can. He like looks through the window as he runs by and he's like, oh wow, those guys are having some fun in there. Gabriel's going to fire the flamer. Now he doesn't have line of sight to this guy. So I fully cover this Ogren and I partially cover this Ogren. Hit the partial covered one on a 4+. Yes. That pins them both. The scary thing though is that they both can try to escape pinning early.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What?
I'm going to pin him this way.
Why? What's the difference?
The shield, remember you made that call.
Oh, right. The shield still counts as terrain. Ogren out front is wounded on a 5. Yes. And his armor is -2, so he's up to a 6-up armor. 6-up armor. Okay, takes a wound. He's down to 1. And Ogren is wounded on a 5. Oh, that was close. And then I have an ammo check I have to do right away, and I still have ammo. Next, I'm going to throw a grenade onto the second one. I have to target the nearest one, but he's in slightly less cover, so he'll be an easier shot. He's in partial cover, but grenades thrown ignore 1 point of cover. And so I actually have no modifier, so I hit on a 4. Nice. So fully covers both Ogrins and partially covers our specialist back here, who's hit on a 4+. Ho-ho! Lie down, Grot. Lie down. He can still test escape pinning early.
Yep.
He's near another Grot, but let's try to wound that Grot. We wound him on a 4+. It's only strength 3 frag grenade. 1. Dang it. The Ogren out front, we wound him on a 6. Oh, we got him. No armor modifier, so 4+. Oh, that is an injury check. Huh? Down. Sweet. An immediate break test for your other Ogren, who's leadership 8. Leadership 8. He's fine. Actually, no, I was going to say he's within 6 inches of your leader, but he's also leadership 8. And the second Ogren, wound him on a 6. No. Now the heavy stubber is going to fire, and he's going to ignore the down model and go for this one, because then he's within 4 inches of him. I don't think I can see the other guys. No, I can't see the other guys, but I'll be able to shoot at these 3 targets with him. 2d3 shots. We've got 3. The first Ogren has partial cover, but he's also a large target, so basically just ballistic skill even, so 4+ to hit. That's a hit, and I wound him on a 5. No. Want to shoot the goblin behind him? I don't even know if I can see him. So let's just keep shooting at the guy. Because 1 more wound, and actually he still has both his wounds, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, we're just going to say that I can't see the goblin behind him. So let's just keep firing at that same Ogren. 3s or 4s to hit. No, and no. Wow, heavy stubber does the least. Which leads us to an auto pistol, firing at the non-down target. He's in short range, so I get +2. He's got full cover from this thing, though. And then large target. After all that, I hit on a 3. That's a hit, and wound him on a 6. No, close. On to close combat. We, since I have my Molten Form on, I automatically, before the combat even starts, hit you with a strength 6 hit. So we got 3s to wound. That's a wound, and since it's strength 6, it's -3 armor, so there's no save. So he's down a wound, down to 2 of his wounds. So we're both the same weapon skill, so which would make it dice even. I charge, which gives me +1, but he's got the shield, which makes it count as if I charged through terrain. So, or charge at the end, it's an obstacle. So that's a -1. So we're both rolling 2 dice. He's got 2 attacks, I've got 1 attack with 2 weapons. So really, this huge Ogren against this little Magus, it all comes down to each of us rolling 2 dice, and whoever rolls higher wins. If we roll the same, it's actually a tie, because we're both initiative 4.
Yep.
Okay, so double 6. 5 is my highest. Ah, you beat me by 1. It's a single strength 5 hit, winning on a 2. And on a 2+, I'm out. Oh wait, no, I've got a 4+ save normally. So strength 5 makes that 6+.
Okay.
Because it's just a 4+ armor save from my Molten Form. Ah! So roll the injury chart, 2+, I'm out. You took him out, so 5 experience for your Ogren. You get to follow up 2 inches. Yeah, come back after those other guys, obviously. That's the end of my turn, no recovery, so it's your turn, so monster roll. Come on, 6.
Don't do it.
2, no monster. You got a couple tests to escape pinning early. The Ogren always can do it, initiative 4. Mix it, ugh. Stands up, totally unhurt. And then your guy right here can do it because he's within 2 inches, and he can use the initiative of your leader. Is it any better?
I think it's initiative 4 on him. Let me check.
It is better. It's initiative 3, not 2. Ah, Flamer guy stands up. Oh, I'm in trouble. Did you have to do a break test? No, you only had 1 guy down. Okay, that was dumb. I put my medic out front. You're gonna charge my medic?
Greg O'Grey will be charging your medic.
Yeah, you're aware of him. You're within 8 inches, and you're within a 10-inch charge.
Boom. Actually, yeah, sorry, I gotta figure out
any other charges you're gonna do? Declaring no more charges.
Yep. Zoomkoff will be running to keep up with Greg O'Grey. Can't Catch Ya is just gonna crawl this way.
Get out of the way.
Indeed. That will allow Rasp Shootin' to move himself. I'm gonna put him right here.
With the loot.
Flamer Grot will move himself to right here.
Ugh.
And that will allow the rest of the Grots to kind of just flow out. Get ready for some shots. I'm gonna go Overwatch.
Backwards?
Overwatch. You know, these guys are coming through eventually and he's gonna run. There's Grots everywhere, man. And he'll run to here. And up.
Phase.
We're gonna start with the boss Grot, putting a shot over into the guy with the flamer.
Oh, yeah, I guess he has to. He's the closest. So normally with a skill 4, he gets +1 for the short range. So 3's, so 2's to hit. Hits. So no matter what, pinned. Slug is our strength 4, so 3's to wound. No wound.
Next will be Auto Pistol Grot, putting shots in.
So first shot into the flamer. Normally hits on 4, so 2's because it's +2 at short range. Hits, that's an ammo check. So the ammo check for the pistol. I think that's a pass. Yes, that is a pass. Now you wound me on a 4. No! You got your second auto pistol, then you can shoot at the same target. Because a gunslinger hits, wounds on a 4. Yes, and I don't have any armor, so immediate injury check. So he's down. And he's down. So I drop that loot. Actually, no, it's only if I go out of action I still hold the loot. Flamer's up next. Nearest target will be this guy. So I think he'll only hit that guy. So he will be automatically pinned. 3's to wound. That's a wound, no save, so injury check. He is downed. Acolyte's within 2 inches, so we got a leadership test on him. Leadership 8. Ah! He's only 8, right? He is only leadership 8. He would normally have to hide right here, but you're too close for him to be able to hide there, so he's gonna run his 7 inches. He's going to run as far back as he can towards where he would be able to hide.
Over to the Ripper Gun next. I will declare your Heavy Stubber as my target.
How many shots? You got 4 shots. I'm in partial cover and you got a red dot, so you're hitting on 5s per shot. It's a miss. Do you want your second shot to be on the same guy?
Yep.
That's hit with an ammo check. 8+ ammo check on a Ripper Gun. Oh, it's out of ammo, so no more shots. Rockhound is pinned though, takes a strength 5 hit. 2's the wound. Yeah, and what's the injury? Flesh wound! Brings us to this close combat where I'm about to get massacred. You cause fear, don't you?
Yes, I do.
So I got to test to see if I run away from you. That's a regular guy, right? Yeah, he's got... No, so he passes it. Leadership 8. Okay. If it was an initiate, it would be Leadership 7. So you get to roll 2 dice. Your weapon skill's the same as mine, but you charge. Yes. You get +1. I need to see double first. Ones. Yeah, you roll first, because I can just know if I'm dead or not. Oh, well, that's a fumble. So if I roll a 6, I can tie it up, but then your initiative's higher than me. So that becomes essentially this becomes a 4. Well, you know what? You charged, so we'll just say that negates that thing. So 6 to 3, you got 3 hits on me. So 2's to wound. So, just 1 injury check. You roll a 1, I'm not gonna run away. Okay, I'm down and out. So he's out, and you're gonna do a 2-inch follow-up into the next guy. And before we even get to do the monster roll, I am going to bottle, because I am in bad shape here. And so I am just out of here. So we gotta roll first off to see who's down, if they're actually out or not. I'll roll for mine first. Gabriel's fine on a 4+. Ah, he's out. And Vangelos on a 4+ is fine. Oh, also out. Do me a favor, don't roll a 4+ for your Ogren. All for nothing. Did I take any of your guys out? I didn't.
One didn't show up.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Serious injury rolls. Let's just go left to right. We got Malachi first. Black will be 10s.
He is Impressive Scars. Okay, if everybody gets bonuses when they go out, I will take that. So he gets +1 leadership. Gabriel? Oh, it's a low one. Blinded in one eye. Oh, -1 ballistic skill. You know what? He holds the flamer. I can live with that. So he's a one-eyed flamer. And then we've got Vangelos. And by the way, this guy's my medic, so I can't re-roll any of these. Vangelos is 52, which is full recovery. So far so good in the matchups. Oh, 64, horrible scars. He causes fear. Sweet. No negatives, really. Upgrade-wise, I had 6 guys upgrade, which is nice. Unfortunately, my 2 new guys only got 4 experience each, which didn't get them to the 6 they need to upgrade. And Victor is now high enough that he is a full-fledged he's no longer initiate, he's now a neophyte. So he can work now. He gains access to the basic weapons and the skills of the neophytes as well. So I'm going to go through all these really quickly and upgrade them. And on Josh's side, he had a couple of his Ogrins upgrade and 3 of his Grots as well. He'll be rolling that off camera as well, and we'll talk about what they get. So for upgrades, I got +1 ballistic skill, +1 ballistic skill. So now they're ballistic skill 4, and he is 5. Macbeth is up to 5. And then I rolled for skills for these 2. And I rolled on the gorilla or techno skills, and I actually got specialist for both of these. So they now can take special weapons. So I'm probably going to equip them with flamers or things like that. Victor got +1 leadership, which is quite fitting because now he's leadership 8, just like the rest of the neophytes. And Gabriel at the flamer, I got infiltrate, which means at the end of my turn, first turn, I can put him anywhere on the table 8 inches away from the enemy with a flamer. Nice.
Taking a look at the upgrades, we have Lendon, who upgraded to be able to take special weapons, which I'm fairly enthused with.
And basic weapons, because normally these guys can't take basic. Yeah.
Trixie got an extra ballistic skill, which is kind of nice. We have Scrapso, who became an inventor. Crankshiv, who was the one that rolled the double lucky ones, he took hip shooting.
So he got double ones again and got to choose a skill outside of his thing.
Right, so he took shooting again. And
so hip shooting is if you can run and shoot. It's -1 to hit with pistols and -2 with basic, but these are pistols. So he runs up, he can fire 2 weapons at -1 ballistic skill.
Moving over to Rasputin, he got a bonus blip of weapon skill, which is pretty nice.
Yes, that's right.
And Greg O'Grey got an extra wound, so he's at 4 wounds.
Yeah, which is the max, thankfully. But 4 wounds. That's all I got to say. I need to buy a last cannon. On to income. I had 4 guys that could work, including Victor, who is now a worker, which is nice. 2 guys were out, so I would have had 6 otherwise. And I made 65. I sold 2 autoguns to bring that up to 85. And because 2 of the guys are specialists, I actually purchased flamers for them. So these models are replacing those old models. So they also changed their clothing too because they felt specialer. And so they decided that they'd go out and change their clothing. This guy even bought a hat, a really cool hat that he found. Actually, he didn't buy it, he just found it on the ground. Let's just face it. He can't afford the hat. And yeah, so now I've got these two flamers added. I only have 5 more credits in the bank, but I figured having 3 flamers and a hand flamer would be scary to most people. It also does really limit my maneuverability because I'm gonna have to get close up. But it also means it'll be hard for me not to get a flamer onto somebody. And these guys are the lower ballistic skill ones. And this one had frag grenades, so I handed them over to Macbeth, who's ballistic skill 5. So now he'll be able to huck those grenades with pinpoint precision.
Over on my side, earned some good money. I earned about 65 credits here. Went to the market. I actually tried to get another territory, didn't have any luck. Went to the market and I was able to find a sniper rifle and buy it. I'm not sure if I'm going to equip it yet, but it is in the stash. So I have about 150 credits left in the stash.
I try to save up for another Ogren and 3 Grots, right?
That's the goal. I got to get to about 220 in the stash before I can do that.
Yeah, because just so you know, his restriction is he can have 1 Ogren for every 3 Grots. And right now he's exactly what he needs. So he has to buy 3 Grots before he could buy another Ogren, assuming none of them die in the meantime.
Yep.
My gang rating went up quite a bit, went up to 1,793, and yours went up to 1,792.
Indeed.
So I actually passed you a bit.
You're better than me now, I guess.
Yeah, well, you have a lot of money in your stash and a lot of items in your stash too.
That's true.
Like you bought that sniper rifle but didn't equip it, so it doesn't go on your gang rating yet. So you'll jump up really fast once you decide to buy all that stuff.
Correct.
Whereas I only have 5 credits.
Yep.
So really, if we look at realistically, you're still like a couple hundred ahead of me, value-wise.
Probably.
But when it comes to gameplay, we look at the gang rating for determining advantages. So that's the end of this one. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for more Augustine's Wreckage.